So obviously the goal in polishing something is to have it perfectly smooth. So you need to start with getting out the biggest scratches and gouges. That can be done either with a sandblast cabinet, as we did here, because this piece was not in very bad shape, or you can take a power sander and start with a 40 or 80 grit, whatever it takes to get those big scratches out. Once you get the largest, worst scratches and gouges out, then you go continually finer until you finally get to the actual buffing process. You're not really going to be able to buff something until it's been sanded with at least, say, a 600 or 800 grit paper. So let's talk first about the equipment you're going to need. First, you're going to need a buffing wheel. This is an old 1/2 horsepower electric motor with a horizontal shaft that I found at a yard sale or a swap meet. I don't remember, I've had it for years. And I just attached 2 buffing wheels onto it, and it's crude. It's probably a little more dangerous than what you could get today commercially, but it works pretty well. Next, you're going to need sandpaper. As we discussed, you're going to want to start in the 220 range and work your way down to 600 or 800. This is a piece of 600. Fortunately, the piece we're doing today is quite smooth and was in good shape, and I think we can skip some of the earlier steps and move right to 600. We'll give it a try. You're going to definitely want safety glasses, and you're going to want a mask to do this. You're going to want some beefy gloves. These are TIG welding gloves. I use these gloves for a lot of things. They give you a pretty good finger feel, but they give you some safety. And then you're going to need the rouge. I've got some coarse, this orangey color stuff, and some white fine rouge. So basically you move from coarse to fine to get the finish you're looking for. So our first step was to media blast this. That's generally always the first step when doing aluminum. From there, we'll start sanding it. All right, so we've got this sanded down pretty well. You can always go back if you're not happy with how the buffing's coming out. You can go backwards. It takes a little extra time, but you can go backwards and sand if you missed a spot or two. So let's get started buffing. The next thing you need to understand is, again, a buffing wheel is pretty dangerous. You definitely do not want it turning towards you, because then anything that happens will come right at you. You want the wheel to be turning away from you so that when you've got the item down here and you're polishing it, everything's going away from you, not towards you. So again, we start with a coarser rouge and then we work our way towards finer, and you can end your finish. I mean, you can get this thing looking just like chrome if that's what your goal is. I'm not sure we need this that shiny, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. If you've got something really small, you could hand polish it, but you'd only do it once. You really need to find yourself a wheel. Again, this whole setup is probably well under $100, probably well under $50, because it's you know, any Eastwood or any of these companies sell these buffing wheels. And then you just need a motor, like I said, about 1/2 horsepower. You don't want anything less than 1/2 horsepower because it's just not strong enough to do what you got to do, because you got to put some pressure down on this thing. All right, so when you're using this rouge or buffing compound, it doesn't take a lot. So just a little bit on the wheel, and then apply pressure to the part. And you know, this is something, it's like playing chess. I could teach you how to do it in half an hour. It'd take you a long time to really get good at it and get safe at it. But this video hopefully is a good start. All right, as you can see, this isn't a 5-minute job. It depends how perfect you want it. It's all about your prep and your steps and getting the nicks and scratches out. But you can see this is starting to look pretty darn good. If you like this sort of stuff, please like and subscribe to our channel, and go to our website, classicmotorsports.com, where we have tons of tips like this.
Support brands that support Classic Motorsports. Get your chemical solutions from CRC Industries. Visit crcindustries.com to learn more. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. And to see more stories like this, visit us online at classicmotorsports.com.